Welcome back. We have Mark Bertoli joining us on the show from Abbott Wealth Management on this Wednesday afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, how are you? How's your Wednesday proceeding?
Oh, it's great.
Good.
Yeah.
We're talking about the value of advice today on the show.
We are, yeah, and also some significant changes that have happened in our industry about disclosure. I always joke with clients and I ask them, when's the last time you pulled up to the gas pump and filled up your car and didn't look at the price? And the answer is, what do you mean? I say, well, what do you pay us? And a lot of the clients in the past haven't been able to tell us that. We've moved to a full fee disclosure model 2 years ago now, but the rest of the industry is going that way by regulation. It's called CRM2, Client Relationship Model 2, by the Canadian Securities Regulators. And it really changes the way it's peeling back the layers of the onion. So a few things that are going to be new that were implemented in July. Next year, when you get your statements, you're going to actually have rates of return over different periods of time for your portfolio.
So it's more personalized.
Very personalized. Further to that, you're going to see on your statements now exactly what you pay to the dealer. So the pump or the price is now going to be on the gas pump.
Right.
So and the grade of fuel is going to be on there too, by way of rate of return. So
great comparison. Do you want to start with the first graph? And talk a little bit about that?
It's some of the implementations. This has been rolling out over the last couple years. So you can see July 15th, 2016. The last three are really important. Inclusion of dealer compensation in dollar terms and disclosure of deferred sales charges. So there are people that use what's called a declining sales charge where they get paid up front, and if the client takes the money out, the client has to pay that fee.
Right.
We don't do that, but we do run into it where we see clients with other portfolios. And now that's going to have to be disclosed. So that is a very positive thing for the consumer. And then, of course, the rate of return on your portfolio was the last item on there. So I think it's very good. It's more clarity in our, I talk about the veil of complexity in this industry.
And there is so much of it.
People, I don't know why. I speak on national stages quite often, and that's one of the things I talk about is the veil of complexity. I don't know that people didn't want to talk about the fees, so they try and pretend they have magic dust or something. I don't know. But I think it's very important that you show your value to your clients, and we do every day. So the next slide brings up some statistics about the industry and whether you work with an advisor.
Right.
And I'm going to go back to say that you need to find value. Value is a word that you should hold dearly. So, for instance, the value of advice, 2 times the saving rate of people who do not work with an advisor. So, when you sit down with your advisor, there's a little bit of an accountability issue there. Yeah, I know you're looking at my retirement. Well, if you don't have that person to sit down and be accountable to, maybe you go buy that other thing that you needed and you forget about your retirement savings plan and things like that. So there is that accountability there. There's the next slide's very interesting as well. And this is the value advice about the actual assets people have when they meet with an advisor, set out a plan, and then having the advisor work with them for accountability to get there. So you can see in 15 plus years of advice, those clients in Canada have 2.73 times more assets. So that accountability is a big thing. The other areas of value of advice come around peace of mind. So are your affairs in order if something were to happen to you? Is your will and your new enduring powers of attorney that we've talked about in the past, are they in place? I look at it as a advisor should be your coach, should be there for you. You're going to speak to a coach here in a minute. He inspires his players to be greater than they would be without a coach. And the responsibility of a coach is to take care of your clients, add value for your clients, and really look out for things because of your experience that they may not see coming forward.
Absolutely. Yeah.
One of the last things I want to talk about is the greatest threat to your investment discipline
Okay.
is emotion.
Right. Fear.
You know, we look back at 2000, the markets got a lot more volatile. And I believe that it was due to the amount of news that was coming out, and people were affected emotionally about their investments. I can pull out my phone right now and make a $10 million trade, and it's no different than anybody else can do that and react emotionally to what's on the news today. Part of the value of advice is that as an advisor, we're studying what's going on. We should know the companies you own as an investor. We should know why we own them, and we should be able to explain to you what you pay us for that advice, why you own that company, how it's going to fit into your retirement, and how we're going to plan to shield you from market volatility in the future. So I used the word value earlier. I think it's huge. And I really like that there is now going to be more transparency and full disclosure.
Fantastic. And all of that information allows somebody to sleep better at night.
I hope
the
so.
Advice is good and the value is good.
Then you know if it's working.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mark, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Information on the screen, abbottwealth.com. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.